Airlines getting ready, bracing for almost twice as much traffic as last year. This week is set to be the busiest for travel since the pandemic began, and the surge in COVID cases as well as the Omicron variant raising questions about travel safety this morning. So let's bring in now with an exclusive interview United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby. Scott, always good to talk to you here. So tell me, numbers wise right now, is in fact, from what you're seeing in your bookings, is this going to be the busiest week you all have seen in the pandemic?
It is. The next 2 weeks actually are going to be the two busiest weeks since the pandemic started, carrying a little over 420,000 customers a day. That's still about 13% where we're below where we were pre-pandemic, but a new record for people traveling over the holidays and hopefully doing so safely.
Now, what have you done to make sure you have the staffing in place? Your airline and you all, you ramped things back up gradually, and that was really a part of the reason why you all didn't see a lot of cancellations. But are you ready staff-wise for what's to come here in the next couple of weeks?
We are. We have ramped up gradually at United, so avoided some of the big issues. It is tough right now. We've also used technology. Yesterday was some bad weather days in parts of the country, and over 10,000 people that were traveling yesterday were able to use our called Agent on Demand to get a video chat with an employee to help them when there were weather issues in places like Houston. And so we feel pretty good about it, but there's strain in the system and strain in fueling vendors and catering and security screeners, kind of across the board as we go through the holiday season this year.
And Scott, Omicron is making its way, of course, through the country right now, and it's making headlines. Are you starting to see an uptick in cancellations yet that coincides with Omicron now becoming this dominant variant?
Well, here domestically in the United States, demand has not dropped off here in the U.S. Internationally, it's dropped off pretty significantly as borders have closed and there's lockdowns overseas. So it's really the tale of two different cities. International is down a lot. Domestic demand still remains pretty strong and pretty robust as people travel to see their friends and family for the holidays.
We are seeing, at least at this point, 5,600 reports this year of unruly passengers on planes. What are you doing to prepare? I mean, are your flight attendants going through any extra training, any de-escalation training? Not that they should have to do this. Passengers shouldn't be unruly, but what are you doing to prepare in that regard for this uptick?
Well, you partially answered the question. And United Airlines flight attendants have done an amazing job throughout the crisis. And our actual incidents on airplanes are down about 60% from the beginning of the year. And that really is a tribute to the flight attendants. We've worked with them early in the crisis last year when we were the first airline to require masks on board for de-escalation training, to put processes in place to say, don't let arguments escalate in the skies, get the airplane on the ground, deal with it once it's on the ground. And our flight attendants have done an amazing job. And because of that, it's been different at United. We haven't had zero incidents, but as I said, they're down 60%, and our flight attendants have done an amazing job of keeping as much as possible a civil and professional environment on board United Airlines aircraft.
And last thing we have to ask you, the question about masks. I know there's a mandate that's been extended until at least March of next year. But from what you're seeing, and we were surprised to think this whole pandemic, we haven't necessarily seen an outbreak of COVID having to do with air travel. So a lot of arguments, a lot of your competitors say, you know what, it's pretty safe because of the ventilation on an airplane. But from your point of view, masks here to stay at least for the foreseeable future on planes?
Well, as one of your previous guests, Dr. Joss, said, an airplane is really the most safe place you can be indoors because of the airflow on board airplane. And we all agree with that. But I can speak for myself, but I think all of us also support the current mask policy that's in place. And we'll wait till the experts decide in the government and CDC decide that it's okay to stop wearing masks on airplanes. But we're supportive of the current mask policy in spite of the fact that aircraft really are the safest place you can be indoors with other people.
All right, well, good luck to you all. I'll be on one of your airlines, on your airplanes real soon. So really, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Scott.
Thanks for flying.
All right, we'll see you down the road. Thanks so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.